Good morning. It's February 27th, 2025. It's been a few years since I posted a video. There's a lot of other projects that took precedence over working on the trailer, which I would say it's about 90% done. I could put on a couple. There's a trim piece missing here, just a few odds and ends. The fiberglass top, which I built, and I'll show you that in an upcoming video. The inside is done good enough I could go camp in it, do a couple shakedown runs. See, it's the fiberglass top, which I built, it's actually had about 4 times as much snow on it because we had a lot of snow this year. So I'm just getting caught up and doing some of the videos, which are really far behind. So the first one you're gonna see here is like putting on the allo panel sides, the bottom, putting the fenders on. Just again getting caught up. I do have lots and lots of clips. So I'm gonna try and get these up as quick as possible, including how I built the top. And probably before all these videos are up, I'm getting a lot of requests when I'm actually out on the road with my Jeep, with my Gladiator. The reason this trailer was built the height it originally was, I was going to have a pop-up roof, was because it drove behind my 2015 JKU, which was lower to the ground. I now have a 2021 Gladiator Mojave with a custom-built camper on the back, which now gives me a taller back end. So now this top here has the same height as the camper I built for the Gladiator. So I'm actually going to be putting in some of the Gladiator camper builds, because I went through 3 different versions of them, and I've lived in this thing all the way to the BC coast and out to the east coast, Prince Edward Island. But it's also going to be going through a little bit of a revamp. Again, I'm always just trying to make things better, I guess. But I am getting a lot of requests, even locally. I get stopped 3-4 times a week in parking lots of people wanting to see this camper, because it is a one of a kind. So I'm going to probably be throwing in some of those build series and continue on with this one. So I'm finding the time now to get caught up in some of the video clips. So hope you continue watching. Sorry about the it's probably been like a 2 or 3 year delay, but I'm never in a hurry to get stuff done. I like working on things. Thanks for watching. Take care. Yeah, sorry, not sure how the lighting is in here. So now we're test fitting this.
It looks very stable.
So,
It doesn't look stable.
It is.
Are you sure?
It is. And then that'll bend like so. And a test fit to make sure things are proper. Have to put spacers in, which resemble the side panel that goes on. So what I'll do is 1, 2, 3. I'll put 4 screws in to hold it, to make sure my bend is proper. And then I have to mark where holes will go along this section over here. But I have to be careful, because as you can tell, there's lots of screws in behind. So I don't want to be putting a screw in and hitting the head of another screw. That's not good. So what I do is I lower this and mark where holes can go, so I'm not hitting other screws. And so I'll do that now. So I'm going to just lower it, and so there's screws here and here. So I'm just going to put it. I already have my center line, so I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to go there. I'm going to go there. And just keep on doing that. And they're not going to be perfectly symmetrical in space. What's more important is to be that the piece of aluminum is secured on properly. Because behind here is Ella panel. And on the back side of the Ella panel will be some Sikaflex sealant to adhere that. And then probably down in the groove here, I'm going to put a big bead of a caulking, or maybe just a rubber gasket type. I just think about water getting into things and rotting things, because it's still a wood material, even though it's coated. Just, I think the more preventative you can do for water penetration or protection, you do it. Okay, now we're going to test fit this. I'm just using these little 3/4 inch screws. They're not the ones that'll be used, it'll be black ones, because this eventually gets painted black. Those so put it in position, a couple spacers in. That's right where it's going. I also have to put spacers on the bottom edge, because the bottom is getting a sheet of Alapan also. So make sure the hole's in the right spot. So I've got my spacers in here underneath. It's in position. I'm just putting these in by hand. So I don't want to put too much force with the screw gun. First problem is you gotta do all this stuff like several times. Test fit, take off, test fit, take off. So that's where that will go. And now we check, see if our bend is okay, which it is. As you can see, that'll bend along there. And I always make my pieces at the corner about 1 inch too long, so that I can trim them perfect after I put on the other piece. Again, sorry for the lighting in here. I'm just on a fluorescent light inside a black cave, plus some ambient light coming in. So I've got all the trim pieces done. There's the front one. All the ones are done for the side, and they're being painted right now. They're being done in the primed in the rocker guard. So I'm ready to put one of the side walls on, or side panels. So I've put in some temporary brackets in the proper position, so that the panel will reside in it. So you can see one here. So there's a gap here. So the panel is going to slide in and hold it in place. Then I can clamp it in place and cut out the window.
That's our panel. It's set in place. Oh, you clamp. I just never have one. Right, within reach. You can prepare for doing this.
Okay, so I'm about to router out the windows and the wheel well for the driver's side. So I'll be using my DeWalt cordless with a flush trim bit, and full safety gear for this because it'll be spitting out a lot of little bits of aluminum and plastic. So put on my welding coat, welding gloves, face shield, and even my welding beanie, because the aluminum in the hair is not going to be fun. So here we go. Get rough with a mess, and these are going to be used for other things. We'll clean that up. The next pass, vacuum all this off. What a mess. So I put a few small clamps around it, hold the panel tight to the cutout, and I'm going to just trim it up in a few spots up here, then see if the window fits in. Go find my window. There we go, the window's in. Yeah, very dirty window. So this being the allo panel, and the metal fenders in here, and the aluminum trim pieces here, I'm going to be putting P-rubber. I don't know if you can see that. P-rubber will go in behind the panel. And then that'll seal between the metal fender and the allo panel and the wood back here. If you remember back in the fender build, there's a gap here, so this P-rubber will go like so, get in behind. It's hard to do it now, but it has sticky back on it, so it'll be put on the wood or on the panel, probably on the wood. And then it'll be adhered in behind the panel. And then I also have a piece of trim, which is 1/8" aluminum tread pattern, will be rounding the fender, so that way when you step on the fender, your toe is, so if your fender's up here and you step on it, your toes or boots or whatever are hitting the trim piece. So I've already made all the pieces and trimmed them and cut everything to size and tested it, so everything was removed to start working on putting the panels on. So some things I didn't record, but it is what it is.